Congratulations on starting your Premier Designs business. I hope you are so excited to launch your new business as a Premier Designs jewelry lady. Premier is a journey, and your training show is your very first show that starts that journey. Be excited about this new venture. This show is going to help you move your business forward by getting your friends and family excited about our beautiful line of jewelry and our amazing hostess plan. Your training show is going to help you learn how to sell some of our beautiful line of jewelry so you can quickly pay off your investment. It's going to help you get shows on your calendar so that you can earn Premier's Quick Start program. And it's going to teach you how to share this amazing opportunity with your friends. The best part is you get all the hostess benefits from the training show, and you get the jeweler benefits as well. Don't worry, your Premier Mom is going to do your training show for you. Okay, so your job at your training show is to watch your Premier Mom and learn from her. You want to take notes so that you'll be ready for your first show on your own. You can even record your Premier Mom, just like we're doing today. You can record her so that you can go back and watch your training show over and over again. Okay, in your new business, in your new jeweler's kit, in your business materials, you're going to find a booklet called The Savvy Jeweler's Guide to Having a Successful Jewelry Show. This booklet is filled with lots of great tips and ideas to help you perfect your jewelry show, to help you just really learn how to be an expert jeweler. So you want to read through this booklet before you meet with your Premier Mom and then ask her any questions that you might have. Okay, so let's talk about what you need to do to get started to prepare for your training show. All right, the very first thing you need to do is to invite everyone you know. Okay, generally 1 out of 4 ladies are going to attend your show. So you want to over-invite. You want to invite at least 40 ladies to your training show. Okay, talk with your Premier Mom about how you're going to send out your invitations. But just remember that no matter how you send out those invitations, personal invites are always best. You want to call all of the ladies on your guest list and personally invite them by sharing with them why you're getting started with Premier, what you're most excited about, and why you want them to be there to help support you. Okay? When you send out those invitations, you can also send out a little personal letter to them as well. Again, outlining why you're excited about getting started and all of those sorts of things. On the Premier website, on the Premier Pearls website, under this training video, you're going to find a couple of sample letters that you can look at and kind of reference to create your own personal letter. Okay? Now, the one thing you want to remember is don't be discouraged if ladies don't RSVP. Okay? Unfortunately, these days, a lot of people don't RSVP. So what you're going to want to do is about 2 weeks before your show, if you have 2 weeks, if not, go ahead and get started doing this now, but about 2 weeks before your show, you're going to want to start following up with all of those ladies, okay? Calling them and just saying, hey, are you going to be able to make it? Did you get my invitation? I'm so excited and I hope you can be there. When someone responds that they are going to come to your jewelry show, to your training show, what you want to do is ask them to bring a friend so that you can start meeting other new women, okay? You also want to be sure to ask them if they would like to get together with a few girlfriends and have a fun little girls' night out and get lots of free jewelry for helping you start your business, okay? If someone responds that they can't make it to your training show, that's okay. What you want to do is invite them to your first practice show or your mystery hostess show. So you can say something like this: that's okay, I understand you can't make it, it's a busy time of the year. I'm actually having a practice show next Thursday and I need a few friends to come so I can practice my new business with them. And I'm actually going to be giving away all the free jewelry from the show to one lucky lady. Would you be able to come next Thursday? If they say yes, say great, and ask them if they will help you schedule a jewelry show to help you get your business started. If they say no, they can't come to your training show or to your first practice show, that's okay. Ask them if they would like to look at the catalog to help you get your business started by placing an order. And then, of course, ask them if they would like to schedule their own show. Okay? inviting your guests to your training show and getting those shows scheduled on your calendar is really the most important thing that you can do to get your business off to a great start. However, there's also a few supplies that you want to gather and materials that you need to prepare just to be ready for your training show. Okay, so first you're going to want to inventory your kit, your new jeweler kit, and also your My Premier Boutique. In your business materials, in your kit, is a checklist, and it's going to outline everything that should be included in that box that you got. You want to find that checklist, go through, just check everything off, and make sure that you have everything you're supposed to have. This is going to help you learn what those business materials are that are in your kit, and it's also going to help you start learning the names of all those beautiful pieces of jewelry as well. Okay, second, after you check to make sure you've got everything, then you're going to start gathering some supplies. Okay, these supplies, they're in your Premier Pearls University packet that you're taking notes in right now. If you turn the page, there is a supply list in your packet. So you're going to want to pull that out and start collecting these supplies before your training show. A lot of these supplies that are on this list are things that you can probably just go shopping for in your house, okay? So start there, look for things that you already have. If you can't find them there, go to the dollar store. It's a great place to look. So go ahead and look over this, and if you have any questions about the supply list, the things that are on here, definitely ask your Premier Mom or your upline, and they can help direct you what they are or what they're for. Okay, so that's your supply list. All right. Just to point out, one of the supplies that is on your supply list is a mileage notebook. Okay, so what you want to do is just buy a little notebook. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, you know, again from the dollar store. You're going to buy a little notebook. And what you want to start doing is recording your mileage. Okay, this makes a huge difference when it comes time to file your income tax. Okay, it's going to make a huge difference in your tax return. So starting today, anytime you run a Premier related errand, whether it's going to training, whether it's going to meet your Premier Mom, maybe it's going to a jewelry show or meeting with a hostess, or even going to Target or the post office or the bank, you want to write down the mileage. So what you're going to do is write down at the top the month, write the date that you ran that errand, then you're going to write where you went, you know, a brief description of what you did, and then you're going to write down the starting mileage on your odometer and the ending mileage on your odometer. Okay, we'll talk more about this later in another training when we talk about taxes, but you just want to go ahead and start doing this right now. So while you're out buying those supplies on that supply list, go ahead and start writing down the mileage for that. Okay. Another task that you are going to need to do before your training show is tagging all of your jewelry. Okay, so in your kit is a document that has labels on it. Okay, that is all the pieces of jewelry that came in your My Premier Boutique. You're going to see the name of the piece, the item number, the price, the size of that piece of jewelry. So what you're going to want to do is tag your jewelry. This is going to help you, again, learn the names of those pieces. So the first thing you're going to want to do is when you find the earrings in your kit, they come on paper cards, okay, which is great for customers because they're going to pull them off and wear them. But for us, since we're going to reuse these cards, you're going to want to transfer them to the plastic cards that are in your kit. And your kit is actually going to have white plastic cards. Okay, so transfer each pair of earrings onto one of these plastic cards so it'll be more durable. And then on the back, you're going to find the label on that sheet that matches that pair of earrings, and you're going to put the label on the back of that card. And you'll see on each box the name of the piece, so it'll make it really easy to match those up. Then, for the rest of your jewelry, you're going to see in your kit little labels with like a paper little cord on the end of it. You're going to take the labels from the document, put them on that little tag, and then using a safety pin, you're going to attach that label to your necklace or your bracelet or whatever piece of jewelry it is. The reason you want to use that safety pin, it just makes it a lot easier to take those tags on and off when you're wearing your pieces. Okay? If you have pieces of jewelry that did not come in your My Premier Boutique, maybe you've been to a jewelry show before and you already have some Premier pieces, what you can do is just take some of those extra tags that you have, and you can just simply write on them the name of the piece, the item number, the length, maybe of the necklace is a 30-inch necklace, you just put 30 inches, and then the retail price of that piece of jewelry. And then again, oh, in your Premier Pearls University packet, you're going to see under the task, you're going to see an example of how to fill out those jewelry tags. Okay? The next thing you're going to want to do after you tag all of your jewelry is you're going to want to label all of your business materials and your catalogs. So your full-size catalogs, your mini catalogs, your OP brochures, your customer order forms. So what you're going to do with all of the catalogs and brochures is get some labels. Very easy. You can get these off Vistaprint, or you can just print them yourself on some Avery labels, which that's on your supply list as well. But you're going to want to print them with your name, your phone number, your email address, and then if you decide that you would like to do the personal website, you can put that on there as well. Okay, so you're going to label all of your information. Just to let you know, the personal website is a great tool that we have as jewelers. It's $10 a month, so it's very, very affordable. And this allows your customers and your out-of-town family and friends to go on the website, look at that catalog, and then place their order with you. So it's a great way to avoid having to mail these heavy catalogs to your out-of-town family and friends. Okay, so you're going to label all your catalogs and all of your brochures with your information on the back, okay? Then with your customer order forms, you can do one of two things. You can either write your information down at the bottom of that order form with your personal information, or you can get a stamp from Vistaprint or someplace like that with your personal information, so you can stamp all your receipts. That just makes it a little bit easier, okay? Then another thing that you're going to want to do is label a set of your catalogs with show copy, or you can say jeweler copy, or something like that on the front. What that does is that gives you a set of 10 to 12 catalogs that you're going to keep and use at your shows, and hopefully that'll prevent those catalogs from walking away from your jewelry show, because of course you're going to want to tell them that if they want to take one of these catalogs home, then they get to schedule a jewelry show to get lots of free jewelry, and that's how they can take a full-size catalog home. Okay, so label all of your information on the back of each of your business materials, and then put a jeweler copy or show copy on the front of your catalog, a set of your catalogs. Okay, if you have any questions about the supply list, or how to tag your jewelry, how to label your business materials, or anything like that, definitely write those down and talk to your Premier Mom. She can help you with those things. Okay? All right, so 2 days before your jewelry show, now that we've invited all of our friends, we've followed up with them to get their RSVP, we've got all our materials ready and everything, it's coming up close to your jewelry show. Okay, so 2 days before your jewelry show, what you're going to want to do is send out a personal reminder to each of your guests. Now, you want this to either be a personal phone call or a personal text. Okay, you do not want this to be a mass text or a mass email. Okay, your ladies on your guest list don't want to feel like just another name on your list. Okay, they want to know that you really want them, that you care about them personally, that you really want them to be there. So you're simply going to tell them how excited you are that they're going to be there at your show, and you can't wait to show them all this beautiful jewelry, and you're so excited to have their support as you start this new business. Okay, even if those ladies have already said, yes, I'm going to be there, you still want to send them a reminder 2 days before, because we all know life happens, we get busy, and we just want to make sure that we remind them so they don't forget. Remember, no reminders could mean no guests at your training show, and making those reminder calls tends to increase your attendance by about 50%. Okay. Also, about 2 days before your show, or really the week leading up to your show as well, you want to finish collecting any last minute pre-orders. Okay, remember, you want to be sure you have at least $100 in pre-orders before your show from those ladies who can't make it to your training show or to your first practice show, or maybe they live out of town. You want to try to collect at least $100 in pre-orders before your show so that you can earn that $50 bonus, okay, for more free jewelry that you get to add to your table. Now, if you collect more than $100, that's great. Don't stop at $100, okay? If you collect more than $100, two things. You're going to get even more free jewelry, and you're going to pay off that investment even more quickly, okay? You also, a couple days before your show, you want to finish scheduling any of those last minute jewelry shows to get them on your calendar. So you want to make it a goal to have at least 3 shows scheduled on your calendar before your training show. Okay, that way you know for sure that you're going to get that second $50 bonus, and you've got at least 3 shows scheduled for your Quick Start program as well. Okay, but don't stop there. Get as many shows as you can. Make it a goal to have your whole Quick Start scheduled before your training show even starts. Okay? All right, so now we're up to the night before your training show. Okay, what you want to do is set up your jewelry. Go ahead and take care of that the night before so that you're not stressed or worried. I make it a habit of making sure I'm ready to go and packed for all of my jewelry shows the night before. You never know what's going to happen the day of. Someone gets sick, your child gets sick, or you have to go to the doctor at the last minute or something like that, and then you're not packed, you're not ready, and you're stressed out at the last minute. So go ahead, set up your jewelry the night before. You can even text a picture of it to your Premier mom and have her look over it, give you any pointers or tips. In your Premier Boutique, My Premier Boutique, in your kit, you're going to find this great little picture. It almost looks like a paint by number kind of thing. And it's going to be a picture of a beautiful jewelry setup, and it's going to show you exactly how to set up each of those pieces from your boutique with the displays and things that came in your My Premier Boutique. Okay, the key here with setting up your jewelry for your training show or any show is don't try to make it too elaborate. Okay, simple is always better. You always want to be able to set it up quickly at your hostess's houses. You don't want to be there for an hour before the show setting up your jewelry. Okay, so it should be simple, easy, duplicable, so you can be in and out of your hostess's homes. Okay. Something else you want to make sure you do the night before your show is make sure that you have all of your materials and supplies gathered for your show. Put together all your guest folders, which we'll talk about in another training. Make sure all of your packets are put together. There's actually on the Premier Pearls website, there is a jewelry show packing list, okay, on this bright hot pink paper. There's a jewelry show packing list. This is a great reference, especially for new jewelers, so you can just quickly go through this the night before your show to make sure, yes, I have everything that I need, it's all packed, it's all ready to go to my training show. The great thing about your training show is more than likely it's at your house, so it's easy to gather all of these things up as kind of a trial run before you have to pack it up and take it somewhere else to another hostess's house. Okay? Now, okay, we're up to the day of your training show. All right, so at your training show, it's best to wear a solid color top or a solid color dress or shirt or, things like that, because it's going to show the jewelry better. It's going to display the jewelry better than if you have a bright pattern on or something. You also want to be sure that you are wearing at least 5 to 8 pieces of Premier's jewelry. Okay, because you want to look like the jewelry lady. When those ladies walk in the door, they want to say, oh, she's a jewelry lady. Now, if you need help picking out your outfit or putting together your ensemble of jewelry, don't be afraid to ask your Premier mom. A lot of us came to this business and we didn't know how to accessorize with our jewelry or anything, so don't be afraid to ask for help if you need some help putting that perfect outfit together for your training show. Okay, also at your training show, you want to serve simple snacks, okay? This is very important. I also encourage you to serve the snacks at the end of your show. You don't want to spend a lot of time or a lot of money preparing your snacks for a couple of reasons. Number one, you want the focus of the party to be on the jewelry, not on the food. Okay, we know it's hard to pull ladies away from that food once we get those brownies out. Okay, so we wanted the focus to be on the jewelry, and also your guests and your future hostesses are going to watch what you do. So if you put out a whole buffet spread of food, they're going to think to themselves, oh, I couldn't be a hostess. I couldn't have a jewelry show because she spent a lot of money on this food and I can't afford to feed all these people. Or she spent a lot of time on this and I don't have that kind of time, or I'm not a good cook, or whatever it might be. So keep your snacks simple. Something salty, something sweet, something to drink, very basic, and save them for the end. Okay? Also, don't forget, very important, Premier's no alcohol policy. Okay, this is just to keep everybody safe at your show. Again, you want the focus to be on the jewelry. okay? And as a jewelry lady, you need to set the example by following Premier's expectations on that policy. Okay, so you've got everything set up, your snacks are ready to go, you've picked out the perfect outfit, and now it's time for your training show. So your Premier mom is going to arrive at your house early before your training show to go over any last minute reminders. So you need to make sure that jewelry's set up, make sure your show materials are ready, make sure you're dressed with your jewelry ready to go, you're ready to watch and learn, okay? You don't want to be running around at the last minute setting out your snacks and things before your Premier mom gets there, okay? So that way, when your guests start arriving at your house, you're ready to go. And what you want to do when they get there is you want to greet them with the biggest smile and excitement about your new business, okay? You want to take their purse for them, go set it down wherever you're going to be sitting, and then you want to guide them over to that jewelry table. You want them to be around the jewelry table with your Premier mom and with you right there by her side. Encourage them to start trying on pieces, start showing different tricks which your Premier mom will be doing as well. If they're hesitant to try on those pieces, pick something out that you think would look really good on them with their outfit they're wearing or something like that, or perfect for an upcoming event, and put that piece on them, okay? During the show, once the show gets started, you want to be prepared to share with your guests at the beginning, just very brief, maybe no more than 5 minutes, of just why you started with Premier and maybe something that you're most excited about with starting your journey with Premier. Okay, the most important thing is that you stay engaged during the show. Okay, you're there to watch and learn, but you're also the hostess, so you want to be engaged. Your guests are going to feed off of your energy and excitement. So if you're excited and you're having fun and you're engaged, your guests are going to do the exact same thing. Okay. When you're meeting before your training show, when you're meeting with your Premier mom, during the show, you're going to decide whether or not you want to offer a customer special. So before your training show, you want to make sure you meet with your mom and talk with her about what customer specials are, if you want to offer one to your guests at your training show, and if you do, what that special is going to be. So make sure you guys talk about that before the training show, so that way when you get to that part of the show, that you're ready, your mom's prepared, and she knows what you want, what it is that you want to offer, so you're not kind of stumbling over that part of the show. Okay? After the show, you just want to collect any outside orders that you didn't get before the show. You want to pick out your free jewelry. That's really exciting. And you want to be ready to close out your show and meet with your Premier mom no more than 3 days after your training show. So be ready for that. Okay, so that's everything to get started for your training show. Congratulations on starting your Premier business. Your training show is going to be here before you know it. You want to be ready, but really remember, the most important thing about your training show is be excited, have fun, and have that teachable, coachable spirit. Good luck.